Today is day 32 of the podcast, and with a new capacity indwelling us to hear and see by the Holy Spirit, we're on a learning journey of walking by faith and not just by sight. We're able now to uncover the complete nature of the creation, the things that God made, which are both visible and invisible. Let me read to you from Colossians 1:13 to 16. For he delivered us from the domain of darkness, and he transferred us to the kingdom of his beloved Son, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. And he is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For by him all things were created, both in the heavens and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things have been created by him and for him. As God begins this recovery process of his fallen creation, he's going to use multiple means, whether it's a variety of people from kings to prophets, or a variety of pictures and images. He's going to use just a whole variety to begin to teach us and show us his will and his ways. We know that Jesus taught frequently with parables. He drew images with his words so that even those who couldn't hear with their spirit and couldn't see yet, they would still have those images bearing witness when they walked away without understanding. Well, God does the same thing in the Old Testament. He uses one image after another to demonstrate who the Holy Spirit is and how the Holy Spirit works, because the Lord wanted us, the Father wanted us to recognize Jesus when he came. Have you ever been sent to the bus station or to an airport to pick up someone that you were unfamiliar with? They were a stranger to you. It's really, really helpful if you're shown a picture of them first, so then you can recognize them when they step off the plane or come down the sidewalk. You're able to recognize at once, I've seen this image before. Well, that's what God had in mind in laying out so many images of the Holy Spirit in the Old Testament for us to be able to pick up on who Jesus was. Yet God's people didn't have eyes that saw. They didn't have ears that hear. So to a race who is completely blind, did not have a capacity indwelling them like we've been given with the Holy Spirit, God himself put on flesh and dwelt among us so that once more there would be a tangible expression on earth of the living God. So let's play the match game. I have a question for you. Do you know an Old Testament story that demonstrates the Holy Spirit? Think about if you can come up with one, because that's where we're going to go over the next number of days. And I just want to add this in. If I don't show up a couple of days in the next week, I'm overseas, and it will be because I don't have internet.